the internal system. Internal means inside. System means an organized way things work together. So, the internal system is the language system inside your brain. You cannot see it. You cannot touch it. But it is there. And it is always changing. Let me explain this very simply. When you listen to English, your brain does not copy sentences exactly. Your brain builds its own version of English. This version is not perfect. It is not the same as a native speaker. It is something in the middle. It is not your mother tongue, but it is not perfect English. It is your English. And this is very important. Your English today is not your English tomorrow. It changes, it grows, it improves. Even when you make mistakes, your system is working. Now let's talk about mistakes more deeply. Many learners hate mistakes. They feel embarrassed. They feel uncomfortable and ashamed. They say, I don't want to speak because I make mistakes. But the book tells us something very important. Mistakes are not random. They do not happen without reason. Mistakes are systematic. Systematic means they follow a pattern. Let me give you an example. Many learners say, he go to work every day. He go to work every day, okay? This is not correct English, but this mistake is very interesting. Why? Because the learner knows many things. The learner knows he go to work every day. The learner understands the sentence. The learner is communicating. The learner just does not add the S. This tells us something important. The learner's internal journey is not finished yet. It is developing, it is growing and improving. Later, after more input, the learner starts to say he goes to work every day. What changed here? More input, okay? More listening, more exposure. The brain updated the system. This is how grammar really grows. Not by memorizing rules, but by rebuilding the system again and again. Grammar rules can be helpful, but the book explains that rules do not control learning. Rules are not like maps. A map can help you understand a city, but you do not learn a city by reading a map. You learn a city by walking in it, by driving in it. Language is the same. Rules explain language. Input builds language. This is very important. Rules explain language. Input builds language. This is very important. Many learners study grammar for years but cannot speak easily. Why? Because they know the rules, but they have not received enough input. Now, when you speak, you are testing your system. You are checking if something works. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. When it doesn't work, you notice something. Maybe someone corrects you. Maybe you hear the correct form later. Then your brain updates. This update does not happen instantly. It does not happen immediately. It happens slowly. That is why learners repeat mistakes for a long time. This is normal. The book tells us something very important. Correction alone does not fix mistakes. but hearing correct language many times fixes mistakes. Let me say that again. Correction helps a little, but input helps a lot. This is why listening is more powerful than correcting. Now let me speak to you directly again. If you feel your English is messy, if you feel it is mixed, if you feel it is unstable, this means you are learning. This means your language system is alive. It is changing. And change often feels uncomfortable. But uncomfortable does not mean bad. It means growth. So trust the process, trust input, trust time, trust repetition. Your English is not broken. It is becoming. And that is exactly how languages are learned. Okay, now we come to a chapter that many learners really need to hear. This chapter is important because it changes how you see yourself as a learner. Many people believe something very simple. They believe that if you are not speaking, you are not learning. If you are silent, you are failing. But the book tells us something very different. Silence is not failure. Silence is often a stage. It is a period of time. It is a step in a process. When you learn a language, there is often a stage where you understand a lot, but you speak very little. This stage is natural. It is common. It is necessary. The book explains that understanding comes before speaking. Let me say that again slowly. Understanding comes before speaking. Your brain needs to understand language before it can produce language. The authors talk about something called the silent period. Silent means a time when learners do not speak much. They listen, they observe, they understand. They may listen for months before speaking. They listen, they observe, they understand. Children often have a long silent period. They may listen for months before speaking. No one worries about this. No one says, this child is failing, but adults worry about themselves. They say, I should speak more. I am too quiet. I am bad at English. The book tells us clearly, silence does not mean no learning. Silence often means deep learning. So if you are quiet, if you listen more than you speak, if you need time, you are not behind. You are not slow. You are building something strong. Your English is growing inside you. One day, speaking will feel easier. Not because you forced it, but because your brain is ready. Okay, my friends, we come to the end of this journey together. We learned that input is the foundation. Listening and reading come first. Speaking grows from comprehension, not pressure. We learned that your brain builds language inside itself, in its own time, in its own order. We learned that silence is not failure, mistakes are not enemies, and age is not a wall. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of English Unleashed. I'm Tom, and until next time, keep listening, keep reading, and keep practicing English. Bye for now.